Yeah, we rolling deep across our 10 in the dirty South, where the rivers blend from Lake Charles to Baton Rouge. We riding with the Saints under them southern skies. We hustle hard, ain't no time to stop. Drive to the top, it's our time to shine. From Nola's heart, we redefine the grind. Southwest Louisiana, stand up proud. With every beat, we bring the heat, hear the crowd. From Houston streets to Lafayette, Low McNeese. Right, let the raging cages flow. DJ Dirty South, turn it up loud. Market more vibes, yeah, we make our proud. Get on the bus, we coming alive. Drive to the top, it's our time to shine. From Nola's heart, we redefine the grind. Southwest Louisiana, stand up proud.
What up? Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another live edition of On The Go right here on Drive It to the Top Productions. It's your boy, Marky Mark, Dirty South in the house. What's up, everybody, on this back in the saddle, back in the original routine now. It's Wednesday now. We're no longer doing Thursday. Summer's out the window despite the heat outside. It is August 26, 2026. And I got a stacked card for y'all tonight. I know we're excited because we're basically here now. Football's in the air. We got one more week of preseason of NFL, a week break before the real shit kickoff. High school football, some are already kicking off week 1 around the country, or some are already in week 2. But down in the boot, down in Louisiana, we are in the most exciting week of the year. It's Jamboree week before we start week 1 next week. And college football returning tomorrow night. That's right. Week 0 is this week. There will be games tomorrow night if you follow FCS football. Like I'm going to be talking Magnetes tonight, as well as a few other teams from the state in that conference. But 10 days until week 1, the first Saturday, the first week 1. I know we're excited. And it's been an exciting time. I know everyone's happy. I am. Even though I've been under the weather the last couple of days, but I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. You know what to do. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on X at DirtySouthENT_. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Be sure also to follow Driving to the Top on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube as well. Also, the College Huddle as well. Follow them on X at College Huddle. Follow them all, baby. I'm still – I got to memorize. I got to come up with a good tagline for the College Huddle. I know they have one. I just haven't really memorized it. I just know in their description, it's the largest community of independent college sports podcasts covering schools from coast to coast. But I had something I wrote down that I've seen in one of their videos. I'm going to have to probably, memorize to give those guys love as well, because this is also a part of the College Huddle as well. But we got a lot to talk about. Of course, this show is presented by POGGERS, the official vitamin supplement of On The Go, and by Rogue Energy, the official gaming drink of On The Go. Pick your poison, whether you go to rogueenergy.com, download that app on any mobile device, or go to poggers.shop. The promo code is right there, OTG, to get 10% off of your order. All right. Well, we're going to start this in H-Town because I got a bunch of Houston stuff to talk, and one game just wrapped up. So now we're split. We're going to see who takes the series tomorrow. But let's go ahead, take it to the 713, and start this show with some Astros talk. Let's go. All right, we're going to kick this off in H-Town with some Astros talk, and we're going to start, the Houston Astros. I know I haven't been keeping up with them. I know after last week's special edition show, I did an SEC preview, so I know they were taking on actually, I got them right. Or no, these are upcoming games. I thought I had that typed up, but here's what happened last weekend. Last time I did a show, the Astros were taking on the Angels, where they lost the series to the Angels. They lost game 1 3-1, but they took game 2 3-2, and it got blown out 18-3. This past weekend, they welcomed the A's in a 3-game series. Astros only won the first game 4-0. They dropped the second game 4-3 and lost the final game 7-6. They had an off day on Monday, and now they're at Yankee Stadium. They just split the series. Game 1 featured Hunter Brown. Actually, no, that's the wrong game. Shit, I don't need to look at Google Sheets right now. All I know is they won last night 9-7, and they just dropped the second game 9-3. But I'll give you some stats from last night's victory against the Yankees. Now they currently sit at 66-66 of the season. Let's see. The batting crew had 9 runs, 14 hits, 9 RBIs, 3 home runs, 4 walks, and had 9 strikeouts. They didn't even have their batting average up. On the mound, I know Ethan Petco started on the mound. And then we've had like 5 pitchers rotated, but the pitching crew allowed 10 hits, 7 runs, 7 errors, 7 walks, 3 they threw 3 strikeouts and allowed 2 home runs. And threw 85 strikes and 139 pitches total. So they had lucky in that one. But I don't have the stats for this one. I just know they'll play one more game tomorrow night. It'll be a night game. Yankees are obviously the favorite. Garrett Cole versus Hayden Wazinski tomorrow night. Now, this weekend, they're staying in the Big Apple, but they're going to move across the borough. They're going to go from the Bronx to Queens because they will play the Mets this weekend. I know game 1, it'll be Hunter Brown on the mound against Christian Scott. I know Hunter Brown's 3-3 as a starter. His ERA currently at 3.51. So far this season, 56 hits, 76 strikeouts, 43 walks, and 10 home runs. Saturday's game, Christian Javier will take on Nolan McLean. Christian is 1-4 as a starter with his ERA at 6.47. 48 hits, 38 strikeouts, 19 walks, and 8 home runs. Game 3, last I put down, they haven't announced a pitcher yet, but I'm going to get an update right now to see if something was announced. It's going to be Ethan Petco, who started yesterday. He will start against Zach Thornton on Sunday against the Mets in the final game. They haven't updated his stats yet. And then they'll be back at home against the White Sox August 31st through September 3rd, a 4-game series with the White Sox after their weekend in New York. Peter Lambert will start game 1 on August 31st, 8-7 as a starter, 3.68 ERA, 99 hits, 120 strikeouts, 48 walks, 12 home runs. He's going to start against Anthony Kay. Game 2 will be Hayden Wazinski versus Sean Burke. As of now, Hayden Wazinski was 3-1, 4.23 ERA, 24 hits, 22 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 2 home runs. Game 3 will be Hunter Brown against Louis Castillo. That's going to be the game to watch. And then game 4, Christian Javier will start against the White Sox. But the White Sox haven't announced their final pitcher for the 4-game series. But as of right now, team leaders, Yordan, I think nothing's changed. Week after week, it's still the same. Yordan is still leading in everything on the hitting side. He leads in batting average, .320. 36 home runs, 90 RBIs. His OPP is 4.36 and 148 total hits. He's still leading across the board. While on the pitching side, Peter Lambert still leads with 8 wins as a starter and 120 strikeouts. While Josh Hader still leads with 18 saves and Steven Okert leads with 18 holds. So this division has been a damn circus. And I know a lot of shit's going to be changing for the Astros. I know they just released their general manager. So that was kind of that happened on a day I was not 100%. Like, I think it was on Monday they announced that they released their general manager, and they're going to be on the search for one. But as of right now, the Houston Astros are 66-66 of the season, but they're still in first place in the AL West. It's back and forth with the Texas Rangers. They're rotating around. They were behind the Rangers, but now after that loss, they might stay or they could drop again. Meanwhile, in the American League, they are 6th in the American League. 14th overall in Major League Baseball. And that's all I got on the Astros. I mean, we're about to go into the final month of regular season play. I'm hoping they can start winning more before they want to try and keep their playoff hopes alive. Let's kind of get a peek of what's going to happen in September. I know they're going to have 24 games in September. They're going to wrap up with the White Sox and then go straight into like a 3-game series with the Diamondbacks, get a day break, then go to Philly to play the Phillies, then hit Tampa to play the Rays, get another Monday off, back at home with the Royals for a 3-game series, then host the Braves, get another off day on Monday. That's to be their final home series with the Atlanta Braves. And then they close out the regular season at Seattle and, 2-game series in Seattle and a 4-game series in Sacramento against the Athletics. And that'll wrap up their 2026 regular season play. But that's all I got on the Houston Astros. Hopefully they can keep that ball rolling. Let's move around the block. Let's go to the Shell and do some Dynamo Talk, folks. Let me get the clip ready. Here we go. All right, now we take it from the icebox to the Shell. We're going to do some Houston Dynamo Talk. And last I checked, the Houston Dynamo were the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, but one loss this past Saturday dropped them to the number 2 seed in the West, but they still got a lot more soccer to play. I know that big win came on the 19th, back on August 19th. They went to Vancouver and beat the Whitecaps 1-0. That put them at the number 1 seed for just about 3 days until they lost to St. Louis 2-1. They still have one more game left in the month of August. They're going to be back at home. They're going to play San Jose. 7:30 start time on Apple TV, but fortunately I won't be able to watch it. But as of right now, the Houston Dynamo are 2nd in the West. 12 wins, 2 draws, and 7 losses. And when they get into the month of September, they're only going to have 5 matchups. September 5th, they go to Charlotte. They're back at home on Wednesday, September 9th against Salt Lake. Then they go to San Jose on September 12th. Then they're back at home September 19th against Cincinnati, and they close out the month of September at home September 26th with Kansas City. So hopefully they can keep on winning because overall they only got 12 games left, 12 matchups left before the season ends. They got 5 games in September, 5 in October, and 2 in November. So let's see if they get this win this Saturday with San Jose, and then we'll go from there. I want to say everything's still the same when it comes to, like, leaders. I know Gilly Hearn is still the top scorer with 12 goals this season. Maytuez Bogus is in second with 4 goals. Lawrence Anali with 3. Hector Herrera, Jack McGlynn, and Abraham Alayu with 2. So they're still leading in scoring. In discipline, well, actually, I don't even do discipline. Forget that. Their longest winning streak so far this season is 5. They had their longest unbeaten was 8. Longest losing streak was 3. Longest winless matchups were 3. That's everything's still kind of the same for that one. I knew that I wasn't gonna have to much talk on the Houston Dynamo because I didn't even watch. Well, I did watch them, but no show to give you like a score update and recaps and whatnot. But hey, I could be more proud of them. They're kicking ass, and let's hope they can keep on winning. Now, I'm gonna keep this in H-Town because let's jump to NRG real quick. Give a little. To be honest, I haven't really been keeping up with NFL preseason. I mean, I watch what I can. I know the Houston Texans both my NFL teams are winless. I know they blew a lead against the Raiders, lost 22-20 in that last game. They lost to the Chargers 27-7, lost to the Raiders 22-20, but none of the first team guys played really in preseason. So can't blame it on like CJ Stroud, Nico Collins, and all them. It's all these ones that are going to get cut. Well, they got one more preseason game left to try and get one preseason win before they go into week 1. They go to Charlotte. They go to the Carolina Panthers, who are 2-1 in preseason, 6 p.m. start time, if you want to check it out. But this is what I'm here to talk about for the Texans real quick. That's just your quick update. Let's talk about we've been waiting for the reveal of their city rival jerseys. They joined a short list of teams. What's this? We got a Texas Tech guy in the comments. Jalen Brewster has shut down his recruitment and locked in his recruitment with Texas Tech. And Coach McGuire Brewster is bleeding the red and black Wreckham Tech. All right, there we go. Hell yeah. I like it. Man, but let me tell you, did you see? And then all the drama with the fucking Tennessee Titans and their fan base. First off, I didn't expect it, but man, look, holy shit, dude. I love the white, and they got the blue right. Like, if you've not seen Houston's flag, I'm going to get a debate on that in a bit, but this is the city rivals they have. This is 100% Houston right here from head to toe. That logo, bro, I wouldn't mind if this was a permanent logo if they switched to this, but man, rich history, the blocks from the street. I love how they got it in the helmets. Like, look on the fucking line of the helmet, H-Town, like on the streets. I love the logo all in white, the blocks on the side, the numbers in that blue you see on the Houston flag. But look at the ice on that logo. Ooh, shit. But I'm going to tell you what, real talk, that helmet is 10 times better than what they promoted a long time ago when they were getting the Texans. That white helmet at the top is a no-go, but that one at the bottom, that screams H-Town. I love these uniforms. I don't know. I would laugh hysterically if they wear them against the Tennessee Titans. But I thought I saw on their schedule, I did see a whiteout game. If that's the one they're talking about, then week 3 is a whiteout, so I'm going to assume they are wearing – no, that's a road game. I'm sorry. They don't say. They don't say when they're going to wear the whiteouts, the city rivals. I suggest they wear them week 18 against the Tennessee Titans as like a middle finger to them. But wouldn't be surprised to wear them another week. I'm still waiting to find out what week they're going to wear like battle reds, the candy blue, the city blues. But let's do a little real talk here, especially when it comes to that damn blue with these damn Titan fans. Yes, we know the history. The Oilers were out of Houston, courtesy of Bud, who wanted a new stadium after they just renovated the Astrodome for like almost $70 million. It drew them out the city. They go to Tennessee, but they were partially the Tennessee Oilers for a couple seasons, but they wanted to have a new look, a new brand. They wanted to rebrand themselves, call themselves the Titans. While they were the Tennessee Oilers for 2 seasons, they played like 1 season in Memphis, I remember that. And then they rebranded themselves as the Tennessee Titans. But they did not want to get rid of the franchise. They did not want to bring the history back to Houston, nothing. They wanted to keep that. They didn't want to give the Derek logo back, nothing. But anytime we try to give some like Oiler type of love, like the Love You Blue chant. Remember what the Houston Cougars did? Even Rice got those. We call it the Oiler Blues, but we're calling it H-Town Blue now. If you don't know your Texas, I'm not even from fucking Texas, and I know my Texas history. You see that Houston flag? That is a different shade of blue. That ain't that Carolina Tar Heel blue that Tennessee got. And then Tennessee wanted to rebrand themselves again. Hell, they wanted to be Oiler colors. Fine. We're going to stick with the red and navy. But for city rivals, we're going back old school style. We're going to show you what Houston really is about, that red, white, and that Houston blue. And they want to cry and say that's their blue. Where's the kid in the car? Wait, I don't know if I want to play Lewis Black or the kid in the car seat on that. But you know what? I'll do both.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Now, isn't that a load of horse shit?
I'm speechless. By the way, this is one more for the Titans fans.
Off is a direction you can fuck.
That's our blue. Y'all keep that Carolina blue. We got a different shade of blue that you can't take away. Texas Tech guy said, thank you to Coach Kiffin. Texas Tech's no longer filling of college football. It's now LSU with the pro player. Well, I actually got a segment I'm going to bring about that. So please stay in the chat when I bring it up. And yeah, you are 100% right. We are the bad guys, and I couldn't be more happy. So, yeah. Did Texas Tech ever find a week one opponent? Or was that just a metaphor? I don't know. But I had Texas Tech as a favorite to, get a deep playoff run. Then with all that shit that happened, I really don't know what's going to happen there. But I'm hoping Texas Tech can bounce back because I got respect for Tech. All right, well, that's all the H-Town talk I got. We're going to go ahead and take it. But actually, before I go to the 337, speaking of, I'll bring up one thing NFL that was breaking news earlier. Let me get back on the bus. I haven't really seen no people complain about it, but, some people probably will, and I haven't found it yet. But the NFL made breaking news. They are officially going to eliminate the Pro Bowl. And you know what? I'm fucking glad they did. It ain't the same Pro Bowl I grew up to 20 years ago. Remember when the Pro Bowl used to be fun to watch? It was smash mouth, hard-hitting football. They used to do it after the Super Bowl. And then they kind of changed it where they did it the week before the Super Bowl. They would play it in Hawaii every year. Now they turned it into a stupid fashion show where it's flag football, stupid tush pushes, and dancing. Oh, who got the best cleats? Who got the best swag? All that bullshit, man. Man, they ruined the fucking Pro Bowl. Since they took it out of Hawaii, they did it in Orlando. They've done it in Vegas. They fucking done it here and there. I'm so glad they eliminated that fucking circus of a fucking Pro Bowl. That shit was stupid anyway. So you got my thumbs up, NFL. That was one of the smartest fucking moves you made at the start of the 2026 season. So, are you guys happy the Pro Bowl's finally over with, or you wish they would keep it but go back to the basics? Even if you don't play it in Hawaii, go back to smash mouth football because Pro Bowl used to be the shit in the 90s and 2000s. You ain't had to worry about special captains, special teams, this, team, that. You just put the very best from the NFC against the very best from the AFC. AFC wore red jerseys, NFC wore blue jerseys. They wore their team's helmets, so we knew who was who and who they played for. No, they don't even, they just, it's like they go and do auxiliary workouts now when they go to do the freaking Pro Bowl these days. Well, let's go ahead and take to the 337 because, college football's here. I know Poke Nation's watching. Y'all up first for Louisiana along with 3 others from the Southland Conference. So let's go ahead, talk Magnies football right now. Let's go to the 337 and let's preview this matchup.
I love to have a good time. I love to.
Where are you at? I mixed all this shit up. All right, we're now in the 337. We in the hole, baby. Navarre Stadium. Let's pack this place. Why did I accidentally hit 10 seconds. Wait, I gotta fix this. Hold on. Why does it show 10 seconds? Oh well, fuck it. Timer's off. All right, it should be time. I don't know why I don't know what I did, but It's supposed to show this the whole time. I fucked around. But McNeese is kicking off week 0 once again for the second time in like 3 years. I remember like in 24 they opened up with Tarleton State. But this year they're opening up with a division or conference opponent. They're taking on Stephen F. Austin, the defending Southland Conference champs. And I finally fixed it. Here we go. Here's a little back history. You got the Lumberjacks from Nacogdoches, Texas. That's about 3 hours from Lake Charles. They're coming down. This is going to be the 40th meeting overall between the Jacks and the Pokes. McNeese leads the series 23-16. They've won 4 out of the last 5 meetings. They had a 4-win streak before Stephen F. Austin won a year ago. But I'm hoping we could shock the system. This would be an upset, you could say, because Stephen F. Austin is the defending conference champs, and they're expecting to come to the hole week 1 and get a win and head back to Nacogdoches with a victory, where they're coming in our house. They're coming into Navarre Stadium, 6 p.m. kickoff. We got no other – I mean, there is other football going on, but no LSU going on. So we expect the hole to be packed. And let's cheer them, bring them cowbells and everything. It's going to be a dogfight to try and start 1-0 in week 0. So bring it on out to the hole. And I'm hoping McNeese pulls it off. I know I said in my preview they probably would lose this game, but I'm going to keep the faith. I hope they win this game. It'll be a struggle win. It's going to be a tight game, but I'll say McNeese wins 23-17. Can't be as close as that. I don't think it's a blowout, or unless if they lose, that'll be a blowout. But I'm going to stick with them to win. I'll say 23-17 McNeese over Stephen F. Austin. But let's talk about another. We're bringing a segment back, folks. Since college football's back, we're going to be talking. I'm going to give some love around the boot, and that's what we're back with this new the segment I debuted a year ago, Around the Boot, where I'm going to talk about what else is going on in the state of Louisiana in college football and whatnot. And since it's week 0, it's mainly the FCS's spotlight. All 4 teams in the FCS in Louisiana are in action. 3 out of the 4 are going to be in action tomorrow night, starting with the Demons of Northwestern State. And they've kind of been the laughingstock, one of the worst programs in the state. They got a chance to start off with a win because they're welcoming in the LCU Wildcats, which the only Division III school we have in the state. From Pineville to Natchitoches, that's about what, 40 miles? 30, 40 miles, about an hour away. It's somewhere like that. But I'm hoping this ain't Northwestern State's only win of the season. But I know they got a tough schedule. I know they've had to change coaches over the years. They've had some drama. Oh, Rav, what's up, man? Undisputed Era reference. Shock. Hang on. I haven't did this in a while. Yeah, Undisputed Era, baby. Hey, we gotta get together when the Saints and the Ravens play week 2. Holla at me. So Northwestern State versus LCU. Gonna be a win for the Demons. Maybe be a tune-up game for them. Maybe they can gain their confidence before they go into play. That'll be tomorrow night. Nichols. Actually, I thought they were playing tomorrow. Oh, they are playing tomorrow night. Nichols is hosting Mississippi Valley State. So they're welcoming in, what are they, the Green Devils? I know they're the Devils, but help me out, HBCU fans. Is it just the Mississippi Valley State Devils, or is it the Green Devils? Well, they're coming to Thibodaux to play the Colonels. I think this could also be a win for Nichols. I think they get a victory as well. Southeastern will also be at home tomorrow night. They're going to take on the Huskies of Houston Christian Conference play, just like McNeese. Southeastern always been a tough team the last couple of years. I think they get a victory as well over the Huskies. So out of the 4 Southland Conference teams we have in our state, McNeese is the only one that's not playing tomorrow night. They're going to play on Saturday. Texas Tech man said Tech did get a commit from backup quarterback Tommy Castellanos in 2028 offensive tackle Aldala. He's 16 from Cali. Hell yeah. Hey, y'all got a boy from my state too. Jeremiah Bushnell at wide receiver. Y'all take care of him. Oh, wait, no. He's going to Houston. No, y'all got a linebacker coming from Texas Tech. He's coming to Texas Tech, but he's got a senior year. Correction, I'm thinking the wrong shit. My bad. Jeremiah Bushnell's going to UH. No, there's a guy from Iowa, Yellow Jackets. He's a defensive back. He's coming to Texas Tech after he graduates in 2027. And he also said Hammond will be the starting quarterback for the Red Raiders. All right, what's next? All right, where's my HBCU people at? Where's Grambling at? Grambling is at home Saturday. So out of the 7 teams we got playing this weekend, we got 3 playing Saturday, 5 are playing tomorrow night. Grambling is hosting Clark Atlanta Panthers, HBCU out of Atlanta. So we got an HBCU battle. Give me the G-Men. Give me Grambling. Give me, my opinion, not just the greatest HBCU football program in the state, maybe one of the greatest of all time, one of the greatest dynasties and stories of Eddie Robinson and whatnot. And then Southern, I know their football programs really haven't been all that, but they got some good talent. They got Falk as their head coach now. They're going to be on the road. They're playing Alabama State, but it's going to be a neutral site game. They're not playing it in Montgomery. They're actually going to play it at Legion Field in Birmingham. It's a neutral site game. It will be nationally televised on ESPNU, so I'm going to check it out. I'm going to watch the Trey Holly show and see what Trey Holly can do at running back. Union Parish, where y'all at? I'd like this. I hope Southern can pull this off, but I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama State gets the win here. But I'm going to stay with the boot. I'm going to go with Southern. When it comes to them two, like I say, Grambling, Southern, I always say Grambling has the best football program for HBCU in Louisiana, but Southern got the best band. All hail the Golden Band from Tigerland, but if you ever heard the Human Jukebox in person, you in for a show, man. You ever get a chance, if your school ever gets a chance to play Southern or even host them, you guys are in for a halftime show when the Human Jukebox is in town. Real talk. I was lucky to see them twice. Once against McNeese, once against LSU. And I've even got a chance to see the GSU band as well. They're a good band too, but comes to the marching bands, I got to go with the Human Jukebox. But football program goes to the G-Men straight up. But that's what's going on around the boot. And I'm going to do some week 0 predictions at the end of the show. But I'm going to jump to the 225 real quick. Because I got a couple announcements that involves LSU, something we've been waiting for, and I told you it always happens the week before week 1. So let's go ahead and take it to Tigerland, folks. Let's go to the 225. All right, now that we in the 225, well, Texas Tech guy got another comment. He said, Burhan Morton looks good for New England. Hell yeah. Okay, since I'm in Baton Rouge now, let me pop his comment back up. I'm going to start with this before I came with what I really came for. He posted this a few minutes ago. He said, to thank us that Texas Tech's no longer the villain of college football. It's now LSU with the pro players coming back. Okay, they're not coming back. They just had a debate about this on Tuesday. So that was yesterday. They have officially declined that return. So whatever Lane Kiffin was trying to do did not work out, even though he's trying to get some attorneys involved and whatnot. I don't think it's going to work on his behalf. But take it from me. If you go to the pros, I think you should just stay there. I don't get how college basketball gets lucky a time or two. They let a guy kid who tries to go to the NBA, but let him come back to college. I know baseball is a whole different vibe and a different way of how they do shit. But I feel like in college, if you say, I officially declare the NFL draft, your career's over. Your college career's over. Get ready and move on to the next level. You made your commitment. Go to the NFL, even if you don't make it past the practice squad. I was not by this. I mean, if it would have happened, well, I can't do nothing about that. But I'm kind of glad it didn't work out because on my side of things, I have never heard the fucking end of it. People will be pointing fingers at me like I'm the goddamn one that caused this to happen. And no. I'm glad they abide by it, even if the Big Ten had to go cry about it. Because I know the SEC has been one of the most dominant programs in the last 20-plus years. They've won freaking countless national championships in 20 years. Even though the Big Ten's been hot right now, yeah, they've won 3 in a row. We've won like 5 in a row or some shit like that. But on behalf of Old Texas Tech Man's comment, you're welcome. It's like Razor Ramon said, it's good to be the bad guy. So we're definitely going to be the bad guys week 3 when we play Ole Miss. Who do I like between TCU and North Carolina? I will be picking that at the end of the show, so tune in for that. But what I'm really here, I don't have no pictures, but the wait is finally over. Ignore my dryer. I always fucking dry shit while I'm on the air. We now know who's going to wear number 7 and number 18, and I'm going to start with number 18 because this man only become the second offensive lineman to wear number 18. Braylon Moore, the center, will be wearing a patch. Now, you know the tradition with 7 and 18. That means you're the leader. You're the baddest motherfucker on campus. We rely on you to be the greatest for this team. Now, things have kind of shaken up a bit with both those numbers. I'll start with number 18. We started letting offensive linemen wear these numbers, but since they can't wear a single number like 7 or 18 on the offensive line, they have to wear a patch on their chest. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was Will Campbell, who was the first lineman. Actually, he wasn't the first. He was the first lineman to get number 7. No, it was Lloyd Cushenberry was the first offensive lineman to get one of those numbers, but he got it as a patch. And he wore that patch on his jersey with his actual football number. And Braylon Moore will become the second offensive lineman to wear the 18 patch on his jersey, while he's going to wear his usual number. I think he's like 53 or 58. Don't question me on that. Now, the number 7, this is a game changer here, but big congrats to Braylon Moore. You join an elite club of some of the greats that have worn number 18 from LSU. You join Matt Malk, Jacob Hester, Brandon Taylor, Tre'Davious White, Foster Moreau, Damon Clark, B.J. Ojulari, Mekhi Wingo, and even Garrett Nussmeier. There's a few names that wore number 18. But this is a shocker here. For the first time ever, we got 2 players wearing number 7. One guy I thought was going to be 18. He's going to wear number 7. Tight end Tre'Davious Green is going to wear it on offense. And the heart and soul of our defense, Whit Weeks, is going to wear it on defense. Whit Weeks is dropping number 40 to wear number 7. Tre'Davious Green, I think he was 17 or 15, and now he's going to wear number 7. So that's never been done before. 2 guys wearing the number 7, but you're going to wear them on 2 different – you're going to see number 7 the whole game. You'll see Tre'Davious on offense, Whit Weeks on defense. And these 2 joining an elite club of guys who wore number 7. Where do I even start from Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Matthews, Derek Stingley Jr., Leonard Fournette? List goes on. Some of the greats that wore number 7. And I hope they wear that proudly. Even Will Campbell, I would say Will Campbell, for example, too. Wear those numbers proud, folks. You were selected wisely by the very best. I wonder how long that debate took, especially when it came down to Tre'Davious Green and Whit Weeks to wear number 7. And we're now 10 days away from the first Saturday. And you know that battle's coming, LSU Clemson. Despite it's no longer a top 15 matchup opening week 1 in Tiger Stadium, it's still going to be a big marquee matchup. It's sold out now. College game day is still coming to town. Still don't know who the celebrity guest picker is. I'm still waiting if Boosie's going to play them out the tunnel. That's another thing I'm waiting to find out. But I can't wait to predict that. But that's all I got in Baton Rouge. I'm going to jump to New Orleans real quick to give a quickie on the New Orleans Saints and how their shitty preseason's going and the fucking rock bottom we're hitting over there right now. But let's go ahead and take it to the 504 real fast. I know it's only preseason, but should we hit the panic button right now? Because all these injuries is making me worried on how the season's going to go. I already know they're not doing too good in preseason. They should have beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in that first preseason game that they blew. They lost that game 24-20, but they got their asses kicked by the Rams 34-0. I didn't even watch that preseason game. I don't even want to bring up stats. All I know is do us a favor. Do the entire football world a favor. You got your final preseason game Friday night against the Dallas Cowboys. Please, for fuck's sake, give them a loss. They already talking like they're going to win the fucking Super Bowl because they're undefeated in preseason. We got to end that shit bad. Now on Donovan Atwell, he didn't sign a contract with Chicago. It was a verbal agreement. 10-game agreement. Okay, well, I told you this was going to be a quickie, but Saints got the Cowboys. Cowboys are 2-0. Saints are 0-2. We got to figure something out. I don't know if I need to rely on Zach Wilson at quarterback because Spencer Rattler ain't doing it for me. I know they still got what's his face? The guy they got from the UFL, Hunter Deckers. Because Tyler Shuck's not going to play. We're not going to see him play until week 1 against the Lions. He's talking about the Chicago Bulls. So you're a Bulls fan? Hell yeah. I got a Michael Jordan pinstripe jersey that they wore in 97, 98? I got that jersey. All right, well, I know why you guys are here. I've been waiting since, January to do some predictions. Let's go ahead and do some Week 0 predictions for college football since it starts tomorrow. I think every game I'm predicting is Saturday. Now, I don't have a lot. I'm not predicting a bunch, but I got a good bit I'm going to talk about before we wrap up. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6. I only got 9 games to predict overall. That includes maybe 1 or 2 FCS matchups, but it all begins once again. They're going back to Dublin, Ireland. I'm going to assume College Game Day will be there as well. Last year, we kicked off week 1 with North Carolina and TCU in Chapel Hill, Belichick's debut with the Tar Heels. I think it was a Monday night game. Now they're going to play this in Ireland. North Carolina, TCU. TCU won last year's meeting. I'm going to go look at the lineup again because I was going to bet on this. Let me get FanDuel ready. I know if this were, I always say this anytime I bring up the Tar Heels. If this were a college basketball game, I would be rooting for the Tar Heels ASAP. But this is college football. Let's see. Let's see if anything changed. And they got a lot of Thursday games already lined up. I want to see the real shit. All right. They got TCU minus 8.5 against the Tar Heels. TCU probably will win, but do they cover? Oh, that's tough. I don't know if I would fuck with this game, I'd probably just pick TCU on the money line. So I'm going to go with TCU. Horned Frogs are stand up. A couple of these games, well, this one probably going to be a blowout win here. San Jose State at USC. Last I saw, they were giving USC minus 38.5. USC wins this, but do they cover? Some people told me they struggled with San Jose State the last time they played, even if it was in the Coliseum. But USC wins definitely, but I don't. If I pick this game, I'm probably going to pick money line. This is a ACC battle here. We got NC State and Virginia, North Carolina State, Virginia. Going to be I think it'll be a good game. This one is kind of back and forth. Virginia is the favorite. I wouldn't be surprised if NC State finds a way to pull this off, and I kind of want to root for the Wolfpack. So give me North Carolina State over Virginia. Jacksonville State, North Dakota State, I'm sorry. North Dakota State now playing big boy football finally. They're now an FBS program. And the Cox are coming to the Fargo Dome to play those Bison. Even if they were still an FCS team, I got North Dakota State winning big over Jacksonville State. So give me the Bison over the Gamecocks. Hawaii and Stanford. Don't have much on this, but I'm going to pick Stanford over Hawaii. New Mexico State, Fresno State. I'm going to roll with the Bulldogs here. Give me Fresno State. Memphis and UNLV. They got UNLV favored 4.5. I would pick Memphis. I mean, would you take Memphis with the points? Because I don't see how they got UNLV as a favorite. I got Memphis winning this game. Now, if I take Memphis, I probably would take them with the points. Plus 4.5. I think you should take Memphis with the points. And then the last two are going to be FCS games I got here. East Texas A&M and Mercer. This is one of those, I think it's an FCS kickoff game. I don't know. East Texas A&M, they're in the Southland Conference with McNeese. They're not that good, so I'm going to roll with Mercer in this one. And then finally, in Atlanta, you got the Cricket MEAC SWAC kickoff. Alabama A&M and Howard. You got the Bulldogs and the Bison. Don't really know much. I mean, I know Howard's in D.C. Alabama A&M's in Huntsville. They haven't really watched a lot of them, unless if they played like Grambling or Southern. But I'm gonna roll with I'm gonna go with Alabama A&M over Howard. I'll go with the Bulldogs in that one. One more comment. He said New Orleans is a piece of shit. He played for Tech. Tyler, he put Tech down. Screw Tyler Shuck. All right, well, that's going to wrap up. Hey, since you're a Tech guy, I don't have it on me, but hey, if you pop in next week, I will show it to you. Since you're a Tech guy, I have a Patrick Mahomes Chiefs jersey. And, you know, he's all on Texas. He loves his Red Raiders just like you. So if you pop in next week, I'm going to pull the jersey out and I'll show it to you. I got a Patrick Mahomes Chiefs jersey. Fingers are crossed. I got a guest on. I'm working on bringing a Clemson guy next week to preview LSU Clemson. Big marquee matchup next week. But that's going to wrap up tonight's show. Thank y'all for tuning in. We have officially made it. College football starts tomorrow with week 0. I'll be at the McNeese Stephen F. Austin game on Saturday. If y'all see me, say what's up. And I will be in Baton Rouge next Saturday when they play Clemson for that big matchup too. So I'm so glad college football's back. Holy shit. It's been a long time. But this was fun. Enjoy y'all football. You got high school football going on this weekend as well. Hope your teams win. We got some college teams playing this weekend in week 0. Hope your team wins. Enjoy the last week of preseason and get a week break. Get those fantasy drafts going, and then we get ready for week 1 for the NFL. We're about to be in full circle, baby. So God bless y'all. God bless football. God bless America. Thank you. I'm out. Peace, love. God bless. Stay hydrated. Wash your hands. I know there's stomach viruses going around. I caught it. You don't want that shit. It's fucking horrendous. But thank y'all tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Y'all have a good one.